friends, my name is Jake. Welcome to Canadian Cutting Edge. This is my first video for December 2022. The year has gone by pretty quickly. You know, I started off the year not making much videos at all because I had my knee replacement last December. A year ago tomorrow from when I'm recording this on November 30th. On December 1st last year, I finally had a full knee replacement. I had a partial replacement done, about 7-8 years before that. But it came loose. It came loose in less than a year. I told the doctor it was loose. He didn't believe me. They did x-rays. They didn't see that it was loose, but I knew it was loose. And when I had my final, my surgery last year, the doctor took the old plate out. You didn't have to try to break it loose or anything. It was just free floating. Yeah, that's why I was in such bloody pain. And thankfully, my year has gone quite well in terms of my knee. Some of my other health issues, up and down, back and forth. That's the way life works, right? I think slowly, though, it's getting better. Like, over the course of the whole year so far, in the last 11 months, I'm making improvement in pretty much every area of my health. And that's a great thing to be thankful for. Today, I've got an unboxing. In fact, I think I've got 4 unboxings to do in December, each time with 4 knives. I could do more knives, because I've got like 12 of them on hand right now. But I'm going to split them up and only do like 4 at a time. So come on down to the tabletop and let's take a look at what we've got today. Some of you guys who live in Canada are wondering, how is Jake getting these knives, these flipper knives, into Canada? Well, I'm very fortunate. I've got family and friends in Nebraska. There's one guy, let's call him Cousin Dave. I send him the knives. He takes them apart for me. He mails me the blades. He mails me the handles in separate packages. CBSA lately, in the fall of 2022, has started, charging duty on just about every package that comes through. Dave's honest about the values and everything in there, honest about the contents and everything in there. I wouldn't ask him to risk, lying to Canada Customs at all, because that never is fruitful in the long term. So, yeah, they've been inspecting the packages and they still come through that way. So, if you're fortunate enough to have friends or family in the United States, that's one way to get them through. Now, I know probably somebody from CBSA is watching this, so they might shut that down. The other option I have is that I don't tell anybody how it happens, and then, I'm the only guy who gets to benefit. I don't see that as really fair. Well, not really fair, but I try to be generous. Anyhow, let's get started. My explanation of that also shows why sometimes the odd time the box is already destroyed. And so I don't have the box for this. But this is a knife that I got through White Mountain Knives. White Mountain Knives has the CH3511 by CH Knives. And it's in 3 different colors. It's got the 3-tone pattern on there on all 3 of them. Pretty nice. They say it's 154 cm. Is it? I don't know. The price is pretty awesome. $35.90. You take off 10%, $32.31 for this knife. The detent is a little soft, so that's why the action's not really stiff, because it just, comes open a little too easily. The energy doesn't get built up and then suddenly released. But there you go. I think that anodized ring was a different color before. This was kind of gunky and messy of a knife when I got it, when I first got the parts. So I put it in my ultrasonic cleaner, and I think that might have changed the color of that pivot collar ring. But there you go. T8 screws most of the places except for on that one-sided pocket clip. And, this really big jimping right there. And it's fairly heavy. On here it says it's A-46 or 046. I'm not sure what that means, but here it's 154 cm, and there it says CH Knives, and there it says CH3511. So there you go. Liner lock with decent lockup, decent blade alignment. Very good price. All right, let's put that up over. Let's close it actually. Just put it up over there. Next, I've got something from Ganzo again. This is the G6804. Now, if you just saw this in unboxing previously, that was the G6803. This is the G6804. It's slightly different. It's not a lot different. It's slightly different. typical box like this, it does have, you know, a label on it. So there you go. This is in that gray, it's that gray-blue kind of color. This is a really low-priced knife. White Mountain Knives, I don't know exactly what colors they had it in, but I got this from Power Cutlery. The price is better at Power Cutlery. Power Cutlery is in California. I was going to say Japan for some reason. It's in California, USA. And they've got this guy, I think, I don't know how many colors they got it in right now, but $21, $18.90. That's the White Mountain Knives price. It's less at Power Cutlery. So at Power Cutlery, you can save 10% with coupon code CCE. You save 6% on Ganzo knives. You don't save 6% on everything in the store, but on Ganzo products, you save 6% with my coupon code. At White Mountain Knives for this knife, you save 10% with coupon code CCE, but the price starts off higher, so it's still more money at White Mountain Knives. It's not an awful lot money at White Mountain Knives, but it's still more. I'll leave links for all of those down below. So this is, again, a liner lock knife, thumb stud deployment. We've got 2 body pins back here. They're just straight pins. This is another thing Ganzo always does. This is their older lineup, but this is a new knife. The G series is what they were doing like 4, 5, 6 years ago. And then they changed to the F series of knives. But the G series is making a comeback. And look, they got spacers for the lanyard on the other side. A lot of knives that cost 3 times as much don't do that. I don't understand why. That's not an expensive thing to do. So I quite like that. They do have T6 screws, so you do have to be careful. These screws are not super hard, so you can risk stripping those out. And T8 over here on the body screw. Fairly coarse stonewash drop point blade. Yeah, it's not too thick. Not too thick behind the grind. It's a little bit thicker near the tip. Not super thick, though. And the detent on it is quite soft. It's got phosphor bronze washers. I don't know if you can see those in there. So, old school washers. Anything that's in the G series is with washers. Some of the stuff in the F series has ball bearings. I don't know if all of it, but a lot of it does. And in the F series, and even in a lot of the G series, it's 440C stainless steel. This is 8CR14 MOV stainless steel, which I don't mind. It's not a terrible steel at all. It's a pretty good steel. Rockwell is usually between 58 and 59 on that stuff. So it's not like it's a soft steel. It's got 0.8% carbon, which is a high carbon steel, higher than, you know, a lot of knives from, at least from my youth. Way more carbon than a lot of knives from my youth, but there you go. The G6804. Let's continue on because we've got 4 today. This is the TS259. That's what it says right there. And this guy only comes in one color, in orange. It's a bit of a funky. It's the funky knife for this unboxing. I will probably be dyeing this red. I think it's going to look good in a red dye. High flipper tab with jimping on it. 2 thumb studs. Now that's kind of odd looking, isn't it? 2 thumb studs. Well, you can get rid of one of them if you want to. Want to see the blade? We've got sort of a Bowie style blade right there. Look at that. There you go. Wong design. 14C 28N stainless steel. Yeah, all the information's on the bevel. The TS259. Lanyard hole back here. You know, the typical pocket clip that we have with these knives. Good blade alignment on there. Good action. Good lockup. It's a tiny bit small for my hand. I've got almost a 4-finger grip, but not quite a 4-finger grip on this. And I just thought it was kind of cool. And it's not an awful lot of money. $49.99. That's before your 10% discount at White Mountain Knives. Equals $44.99. So 45 US bucks for this knife. And you get a small TwoSun knife and sub 3-inch. And it's a little bit weird. Now, I might be taking that thumb stud off. This one that's furthest out. This thumb stud doesn't really get in the way of slicing, but that one might a little bit. But yeah, so there'd be a hole there. Wouldn't really prefer a hole there, but if you like the knife otherwise, and let's see, it's hard to get my thumb behind there when that's in the way. I was trying to push only on that one, but I think I could deploy the blade with just that one. On the left side, there's not quite as much room, so if you're a lefty, you probably want to keep that second one there so that you can use that. But it's kind of cool. Yeah, if you're a fan of orange, hey, that's great. But I don't usually like orange that awful much, but we'll see. We'll see. Left side pocket clip as well. So let's put that over there. What's the final thing that we've got? Well, we've got something from Civivi. We've got the KIV Plus. This is from Ostap Hell, my favorite designer. I had the initial KIV. I reviewed that earlier this year. I think it was this year. With Civivi, we almost always get a pouch, stickers, microfiber cloth, you know, all the goodies. I like the pouches that they give. They're quite nice. And this is supposed to be, you know, their bigger one. Well, it is their bigger one, not just supposed to be. Yeah, that's pretty good. I think the detent's a little bit weak. Yeah, the detent's a little too weak for me. I've got a video series, 3 videos on how to fix detent issues. So I've never been good at this over grip. So I can do it, but with the detent being a little bit weak, it's not working terribly well. But yeah, you've got a long straight edge, a bit of a drop point there, straight on the spine. The jimping starts here, pauses, and comes back again. I really like that. You can get your thumb way back there and start to push on things. You know, saber grind or a flat grind. It doesn't come to the spine. Nitro V, small badging like Civivi always does. One side only pocket clip. I do wish they would make pocket clips for both sides and ship them that way. That would be really nice. But we've got a liner lock. Alignment's very nice. That's good. And, whoop, it hit my finger. This finger over here. So it'll be easy enough to get used to doing this. There you go. And I will fix the detent on this. Build up the strength of the detent just a little bit. And that should work better. But that's pretty cool. Very light. Very lightweight. Locking. Small knife. Again, so we've got 2 knives that are under 3 inches, 2 knives that are over 3 inches. And let's see if we can fit everything on the screen at once. I doubt it. Let me see. We can mostly fit all 3. Oh, there we go. All 4 knives on the screen at once. 2 stonewash, a satin, and a bead blast. 154 cm, 14C28N, 8CR14 MOV, and Nitro V. So we've got options for you guys today. If you're interested in any of these, please use my links that are down below. I'd appreciate that very much. Most of those links are not referral links. Like anything at White Mountain Knives, I do not earn a commission. I don't get anything when you use my discount code. You're the one who saves. You get the 10% off. I do get a discount from White Mountain Knives when I buy knives from them, a reviewer's discount. But I don't get any commission whatsoever. So if you use my discount code or not, it doesn't help me. It helps you. So that's why I give you those codes. Same thing with, you know, Power Cutlery. I don't get a commission from them. You know, the owner gives me a bit of a discount for when I buy the knives that I'm going to review. And that's how most of my relationships are. The very odd time a company gives me a knife that I am to review, but almost always, 95+% of the time, I buy the knives and review them. So I think this is going to be an interesting set of knives to review. I wonder what the next 4 are going to be. I'll try to do 1 unboxing each week for the month of December, so we'll see. Thanks to my supporters. You guys are stunning. The giveaway will be drawn, well, after you see this. One of my supporters wins a knife every single month. They get to choose which knife that they win. One of the knives that I reviewed in the previous month. Right now I've got like 55 supporters, so you get a 1 in 55 chance every single month to win a knife that you choose. I only ask that you help pay for the shipping. Some of the shipping, not all of it, half the shipping. And yeah, I sharpen it up for you. I even add other prizes to the pack and stuff. So really, I'm not earning a lot of money from Patreon and from YouTube memberships. That's the two ways you can support the channel to win, because I'm not asking for a lot from you. I'm asking like for $2 US, $3 Canadian per month. That's not really enough. If you look at other channels that have Patreon, you know, they start like at $10, sometimes at $5, but usually they start like at $10 per month that they're asking you to give. It's extremely economical to be a supporter of the channel. I think for 2023, I'm going to up the minimum donation. I think it doesn't change existing supporters though, but we'll see. I think I'm going to up the minimum donation because every month I pretty much just break even. Because, you know, if you win and you choose a $50 knife, you know, if I've got 55 supporters who each give me $2 a month, and then Patreon takes their commission off the top and stuff, and then I pay for half of the shipping, you know, here I am, I make $10 a month off of Patreon, off of my supporters or something, you know, so it really is not a money maker for me. I mostly do this as a way to thank those people that really care about Canadian cutting edge. You also get first dibs on all knife sales. I'm not decided yet if I'm going to do a knife sale in December or not. Maybe I'll do one, maybe I won't. If I don't, it'll definitely be in January. And my supporters get the first 48 hours of access to the knife sale. You know, so you got very little competition on who's going to buy the knife from underneath you. You know, you just start competing with 55 guys instead of, you know, hundreds and hundreds of different people that might be wanting to buy the knives. Guys and gals, I do have women supporters. I haven't forgotten you, Heather. And I appreciate your help an awful lot. So that's enough ramble bamble. I'm going to do, you know, 3 more unboxings this month. Hopefully there's something that you like. And remember, friends, always cut towards your chum, not your thumb.